right, so indoors, and it's going to be a lower body day. What was the last day I did? Oh, had the hex bar deadlifts. Today is going to be, I'm going to put glute bridges as my A1. And I'm going to pair that, actually not with legs, because sometimes on a lower body day I do grip. So as to not do it on an upper day. So I'm not doing anything crazy tough right now because I'm just coming off of the harder, the fire season, the summer season, the competitive season. So now the autumn is going to be more variety, and it's kind of recovering from that summer training, doing different things, and then getting ready for different stuff that'll come in the winter. But this progresses too, and this is still my fourth day, so it's still the first week back at weights after 4 months. So I'll do this with hanging holds. I can also do farmer's walk, and there's a few other things you can do for grip. Those are like the farmer's walks or hanging holds would be the main two. But I'm not going to do the farmer's walks just yet because that's kind of more of a deadlift pattern and going, and I'll save that for after. I'll stick with just progressing with hanging holds for a while. And I actually did a lot of hanging hold progressions last spring. I think a regular bar, then doing a regular bar with more weight, then doing a fat bar with more weight, doing the rock climber grips, which I'm going to use today, but holding it on the top and then working up with weight. And then there's 3 finger holds. So I guess there's 4 ways you can do the rock climber grip here. Right, you can hold the top, you can go on the first level, the second level, or the last. I think I have done this one. It was very tough. I know for sure I did these. I think I did this, but since I'm coming back to it, I don't want to do the bar. I'm going to go with the top of this guy for my hanging holds, and higher rep is just going to mean longer time. So I'll just attach a 25-pound weight with a belt and chain and see what I get there. And then what I want to do for the B series, B1, B2, and then that's it. I'm just going to do 4 things. Oh yes, because the other day I did hamstrings as a knee flexor. Right, so hamstrings as this function. So today I'm going to do hamstrings as a hip extensor. So I'll do a 45-degree extension. I'll do that with a bar and slight offset, and the A1, that's going to be offset as well. So actually I already have it loaded up. So the reason why I have the 2 45s, the 25, and 2 10s, why don't you just have 3 45s? Because those 2 10s are going to be offset. So when I do my second set, those 2 10s are going to be on the other side. It's offset intentionally. And I just did 1 rep just to see what it was like, 1 or 2. And oh man, it's going to be tough on these glute bridges. But on the other day, I was doing offset stuff for lower body, and I'm going to continue that today. And then what was I thinking? Oh, and then I'll probably pair with the 45-degree extensions. An easy version of a squat. Again, I want to stay away from single leg stuff because with sprinting and then what I was doing in the spring, there's so much single leg. So I'll do the Rogue Rhino here, which are belt squats. And I'll probably do, I like to do offset stances. I hardly do a regular stance anymore. I know I did that with the hex bar deadlifts. And I know this is going to be a traditional glute bridge, but again, even then I'm doing this offset weight thing. But when I do this, I'm going to do what's called a B-stance. And a B-stance, right, so you take where you would squat. 1 leg is a little forward, 1 leg's a back, and the back leg is at 45 degrees, and you're only ever on the ball of your foot. So it kind of looks like that. Right, a different angle. Right, and whether you make a rectangle or more of a box or a wider rectangle, it doesn't really matter. It's more what's comfortable for you. So you just play around with that if you've never done these before. I probably make more of a box or a wider rectangle width-wise. So you can do a B-stance squat, a B-stance deadlift, B-stance on a Smith machine, B-stance on a belt squat, like it's anything, B-stance trap bar, which is just a version of deadlifts. Right, and then I'll do one set one way, and then I'll do another set, like the next set, I'll have the other foot. Right, so it's kind of 45 degrees on the ball of the foot. And I just like these offset. So you don't do as much as you would, just a regular strength stance. It's not exactly a single leg thing. Well, it's not a single leg thing, but it's an offset stance. And I just like that for a transfer to athletics. And then also, if you do a lot of like max loading, like it's just a lot on your core and on your back and all that type of thing. So it's another way to make progress and things without having to go really, really heavy. Anyway, so that's what I'll do on the B series. Okay, let's get this going. Man, if I teach glute bridges, that's like a half an hour session. Maybe I'll do a glute bridge only session one of these days. Because I'm just going to show it quick. Well, you'll see me doing it. But I don't like this hip wiggling. It's the same as if I did a deadlift or something, right? If I was doing an RDL, Romanian deadlift. From this point to this point, that stays straight. Like your back stays straight. So this is the same way. It's just, kind of when you're more vertical, that's more hamstrings. And then when you go horizontal, it's going to be more glutes. Right? But from that point to this point, it stays straight. Right? And I'm not jamming my hips forward. But actually what I'm doing is I'm taking my heel and I feel like I'm not doing a pure extension because the ground, there's only so much of a range of motion. But what I'm trying to do is push, like it's like a push-up. You're trying to push into the ground. The ground ain't going anywhere. You go up. Same thing with this. I push in, right, down and a little bit back. That's why it's helpful to have your bench braced somehow. I like these. We've got these single steps. So I've got that braced up against a post. If you do a bench, right, sometimes you want to put a bench up against something or between a rack. Because when you go back your head, you don't want to be too close to something and hit your head, right? Or this, I've just got the one layer for separation, and then this layer so I can go back. And with that, I guess the last point is, some people like to put like a thick pad in the middle of the bar because it's tough on your on your lower abs and the front of your hip bone. And you can do that, but I just find like when you go up in weight, like that's once you start getting to 2 plates or whatever, you need a pad, some kind of pad. So you take a yoga mat. Some people wrap it around. First of all, it takes a long time to put on, but then you're only getting half the pad. Whereas what I do is take your mat, just keep folding it half, and another half until you get it to this size, and then that's what you're going to put across. And don't be lazy or rushing, right? You don't want it here so it's too high up so the bar can slip underneath, or you don't want it too low so the bar can slip. Like make sure it's going to be, you have the center point where it's going to go. Right. I'm starting the clock. I'm on the clock now. have not done two-legged glute bridge in a while. I mean, years ago when I just focused on that, I could do 3 plates aside for 20 reps. Maybe for only a couple of sets, and then I was like done. But so this is 2 1/4 on one, and then the equivalent of 3 plates on the other. The offset thing though, man, that makes it feel hard, but I haven't done this in a while again because I haven't been in the weight room training outside. So your muscles are, it's not that the muscle strength isn't there, but the skill quality is detrained, or it's been untrained. So it comes back quick. So you actually didn't get stronger, it's you were always strong, and you just kind of remembered it. If we want a little, it's not quite an analogy, but a little explanation on that point. Okay, I'm going to switch the weights to get ready for next time. There's a little thing right here. You can just find what you have, but I'm going to put this down so I can see my times. You got to put it somewhere fairly close. Right, if you're at a gym, sometimes there's a place where there's a clock on the wall. But then you got to remember exactly where you started. Whereas with a digital clock right in front of you, it's just easier. Right, I could have. What was that? I'm just. It's all right. I could have eked out a few more seconds, but it's fine. If I'm gonna match what I'm doing with the glute bridge, just going to do 4 sets. Then that's fine. It was still 70 seconds, so my first time having done these in a while with extra weight, so that's okay. Yeah, no, I'm just doing a a recording.
Okay. Yeah,
So if I'm talking to myself, it's.
Yeah, I didn't realize it.
Yeah. How was the sprints?
Oh man, hard. 10 laps.
That's good.
I get you warmed up a little bit. I get a little bit of cardio here.
Wow, you did 10 laps around the whole complex?
No, so I do like a 100-meter dash.
Okay.
And a jog, 100, jog 10 times.
Oh, that's
So every sprint is 1 time.
yeah, you were pretty quick, man.
Not really. I went quick, yeah. But it's hard. You gotta give it everything you can.
Yeah.
You're 51. Can't run anymore. I wish I could run faster, but.
It looks like you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, thanks.
That was another 15. Oh man, I can already feel it getting sore. I will definitely be feeling that in the next few days. a little bit of chalk. Wow. That was, I mean, 65 seconds, so I only lost 5 seconds, but the first one just felt easy, no problem, and that one started burning like halfway through. I was like, oh man. Still hung on, that's fine, but it's catching up quick, so that's a function of, again, not doing this stuff in a while. But hanging holds, yeah, it's really good for grip. You should train your grip because it makes everything else easier, right, when you got to pick stuff up, but especially training upper body. When your grip is stronger, you know, especially pulling exercises, right, stuff like back and biceps, but even to an extent, pressing will be a bit easier because you just feel more in control whenever whatever weight you're picking up and pushing it, right. And then there's the open side and the smooth side. I like the smooth side facing out, so the bar can just roll up easier. And that first rep. I'll put that down as 12 plus 3, not a ... 3, but just 12 plus 3. So still totaling 15. Whoa. mean, this offset training is more meant for squat and deadlift variations. But I don't mind. Why not try it on this? Because on the other variations, well, like in sports, like you might have to deal with uneven loads or just whatever in life. But still, with the glute bridge, there's still the way my core is activating and the way my side glutes are engaged. But really, actually, what I feel on this one is like the glute max on the side that's working. Like that's more or less kicking in extra. So there's probably not as much benefit on this because I mean, why don't we just do both? And but it's fine. We'll see. We'll see what the training effect is after I do it for a 4 weeks progression. But I know when I did the offset with the deadlifts the other day, oh man, because your obliques are just firing up. I get a little more chalk. Fifty. That was a minute even. My last one won't be a minute, but I could always do a 50 plus 10 or whatever for an extended set, but I don't think I'm going to do that on day 1 today. So that was another 12 and 3. But yeah, so 60 reps total. Not bad. It was 295 and uneven to the one side, but that was the total weight on the bar. Okay, man, if I can get 50 seconds here, then that means my average will have been over 60 per set. That's what I gotta try. Nice. So that was 55 seconds. So I went 70, 65, 60, 55. So definitely averaged over 60, not bad. Yeah, so my weight right now, low 180s, plus clothes and shoes, probably 185, plus a 25 pound. I mean, and then there's the weight of the belt. So I'll just say about 210 with the added quarter.
I'm dead.
I see that. You're doing great. You're tiring me out, man.
Small thing, but we can time.
That's good intervals. Oh yeah, it's tough.
Intervals are hard.
Yep.
But they give you a good sweat.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've not done these in a while with 2 legs. So I'll just, whatever I do today for weight on. Care. Well, that's not true. I always care, but whatever. You'll see where I position the pad on me. I don't like it to come up real high, because then you can just use leverage and do a lot of weight, so I more have it closer to the top of my thigh. Not crazy low, but not crazy high either. If anything, it would probably be on the lower side for what most people would say. See? And here's the pad. Yeah, I am detrained at that, and I have to get that back. That was only 10 pounds on one side, 20 pounds on the other, so it was offset by 10. That was just 12 reps. Jeez. I should be cranking out a lot more than that, but we'll get there. Also, the 45-degree extension we have here it's a tough one. So there is that kind of factor too. Yeah, that was offset to my left, and my left hamstring does feel it more. So. Yeah, I'm also quite detrained at that. That was only 10 reps. In total, that's about 200 pounds. It's a 45 and a 35 per side. So that's 160. And the thing, it's not quite a 45-pound bar. The weight of that thing, I think, is about 40 pounds, so it's about 200. Because I wanted to pick something light. It just does not feel light today. So that was my right leg was back. When I go to do my next set, my left leg will be the back one for the B-stance. Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to do 245s or 45 and a 25. I was thinking, I haven't done it in a while. I won't be able to just rep out a couple of plates for high reps. So why I chose the 35, I just went in the middle of 45 and a 35. When in doubt, go in the middle. Wow. Right, so I've got to go offset on the other side. What I can do is I can change the 10 around, or I can just move the bar. Wow, that is a hard 12. 12 is not supposed to be that hard. Well, actually, it wasn't that really tough. It's just tough, just painful. Enjoy. Take care. Well, based on the reps I'm getting, I think I'll do 4 of these as well. And then, but when I do, this I'll just keep the same. But when I do the B-Stance Rhino, I'll drop the weight and do higher reps for the last per. So actually on the last 2 sets. Oh, yeah, that was only 10. Ugh. So it's 12, 12, 10. It's all right. I'll probably average 11 then. Gotta start somewhere. Wow. Yeah, my legs are already more sore right now. Compared to the first leg day I did. And I did a grip thing today. Oh, well, the other day I only did 3 exercises, so. But still. Yeah, I'm doing more total sets for legs today, actually, even when you factor that in. It was eventually 20. That didn't feel so bad. Could have done more, but that's fine for today. Oh, finally, last one's each. Ooh. Man, just my glutes are more sore, my hamstrings are more sore, my VMO is more sore. What did I do the other? Oh, well, I did a calf exercise. Then the deadlifts, which actually isn't too bad. And then leg curl. Huh. Yeah, I was getting a burn from the leg curls, but it was fine. It was because it was way less weight than I can handle. And there's a lot more offset stuff today. The B-Stance, it's not offset loading. The weights aren't loaded offset because there's no point on the machine. But the stance is offset, so. That's right, this is like offset October. That didn't feel as bad as the last one. Maybe my left side is a bit weaker, whatever. Last leg. Hey, you see the safety? Because when I was doing the calves the other day, I didn't have to pull these handles back. You could leave this just sitting and just come up. But when the weights try to go down, it's going to hit that safety lever. So that's why you got to pull this back. And then you can hold it. If you get in trouble, you can use it to help you up. But you're not supposed to try to use it to get up. You're just kind of holding it out of the way. Okay. That was good. Man, I like that machine. It's so smooth, the Rogue Rhino. First, I didn't think I was going to like it, this belt. I was like, well, you never know. You just got to try and give it an honest attempt. You got to give it a few times to make sure. Because the first time, it might not set up right. You might get it off the bat, but you have to commit. And yeah, after a couple of times, I just really like it. It's a great piece of equipment. Anyways, and it's Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. Well, I guess they say it's Thanksgiving Monday, but my family and my mom, great turkey and everything. Today, we tend to do our dinner Sunday, so we'll be able to enjoy all that extra protein and everything from a nice little workout here. And yeah, shows you another sample day. My thought process in making up days, what it actually looks like in real life, and there you go. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.